Hey, what's up? John Sonmez from SimpleProgrammer.com. So I'm actually standing out here in front of a mobile Dexa Scan machine. You can see here over in I'm in Coronado, which is an island in San Diego here, and I'm gonna get my body fat actually tested to see what it really is. My scale this morning was showing like 6.8%. It's been fluctuating quite a bit. So between like 9 and 6, but I thought let's get a real good measure. The Dexa Scan is pretty interesting because what it is it's like a dual X-ray imaging scan, and so they actually use X-rays to scan your body like a 3D composition, and can tell the difference between muscle and fat and bone, and then they basically figure out what the volume is, and they can tell you basically not only what percentage of fat that you have overall, but where it's at, how much muscle, the muscle quality, I believe, and bone density, things like that. So it's pretty interesting, pretty good way to get a good accurate test. I'm guessing right now, before I go in there, that I'm probably at. I'm probably saying that the scan's probably going to tell me maybe like 9.8 or 10%, but we'll see. It depends. This isn't 100% accurate as well, but what I'd be curious is to chart the difference, right? So this will be a baseline for me, and then I'll probably do another scan, maybe in a couple of weeks or so, and then just check the difference and see, how I'm progressing. The body fat scale, I've got a wide thing scale. It used to be good for doing that and testing the difference, but the problem is now that it's fluctuating so much, I might have to do with the diet, the crazy program I'm doing, might have to do with the running, I don't know, and so it's not not very effective, right? I mean, the most effective thing is look in the mirror and see what changes you're making, but yeah, let's go get that scan and see what it's all about. Alright, so let's talk about those Dexa body scan results. Pretty crazy, huh? I think it's 14.1. I don't have the results in front of me because they haven't uploaded them yet. Just got home. But wow, I'm a fat ass, aren't I? So what does that mean? And this is kind of interesting. So the Dexa scan, I think, is probably the most accurate scan. So I think that 14.1 is probably accurate, and it includes all fat, not just subcutaneous fat, right? It's also fat, organ fat as well, right? And so I think that most people grossly underestimate body fat, right? Now, obviously, I'm not as lean as I was, right? But you can, I've got abs, right? That you can see. I've got, upper abs at least. I will get a little bit leaner, but I'm pretty lean, right? So for most people would estimate me around, maybe 9%, 10% body fat, I think. And, my body fat scale obviously is showing me around the 7s, 8s, 9s, depending. It's been pretty variable. But it's interesting on the Dexa scan because they actually had some bodybuilders that were in the 3 to 4% range, and caliper wise, I do it, and they came up with 9% on the Dexa scan. So this is definitely not a number. It's an apples to oranges comparison type of number. It's not a number you can compare to calipers or body fat scales or hydrostatic, weighing. So. But what I'm concerned about with the Dexa scan is really, I like to see where the muscle mass is distributed, and to watch it over time, the same thing with the fat. So that's what I'm going to be using it for every 2 weeks. or at least for a while, I'm going to try to every 2 weeks get a scan and see what my progress is, and that's going to be interesting there. So as far as goals, originally my goal is to get below 7% body fat, which was based on, you know, traditional measures. That's not going to happen on the Dexa scan. I'd be dead. Literally, I'd be dead if I did that. So I'm thinking my Dexa scan goal maybe is to hit around 10%. If I hit 10%, I should be pretty ripped. I should be like what most people would consider like a 6% body fat, probably maybe 6.5. So anyway, I thought that was interesting. Definitely, if you're interested, check it out. You know, price of this is like, I think I paid $55, so that's not too bad, and it can give you a real accurate measurement of your body fat. And the thing with body fat percentage measurements, again, everyone throws around numbers, but the important thing is not the percentage itself, right? Because like I said, different methods are going to have different percentages. It's the consistency. So that's why I like Dexa. That's why calipers are generally good and body fat scales are not so good, is because whatever's the most consistent, you can measure changes, and that's what you really makes a difference. So I'll be curious to see how the Dexa scan changes, and that's, you know, that's whatever you do to measure body fat, that's what you want to do, is you want to have something consistent so you can measure the changes. So anyway, hopefully you like that. If you like this video, subscribe to the channel. I'll talk to you next time. Take care.